Yo, what's up, guys? BravoYGO here, coming at you with another video. And today I am bringing you guys the Swordsoul list that I played at the Houston Regional about a week and a half ago. I went 6-3. I got like 54th place out of like, it was like around like 480 people. I ended up getting 54th with 6-3. Overall, I feel like if I could have did better if I respected Despia more, and I will get into that when I get into like some of the card choices and things I'll change. But let's get into it. I'm gonna show you guys main deck, side deck, and the extra deck, of course. Let's start with the main. We have 3 Ecclesia, 3 Moyi, 3 what's my man's name? Long Gun, 2 Taye for the Swordsoul lineup. I see people cutting down to 1 Taye, which I mean I guess sure it's not the best normal summon, like it's not as good as Moyi. But I like to. I don't mind drawing Taye. I think it serves as a really good follow up. And it is I do feel like it's the best normal summon past turn 1. Honestly, Long Gun, 3S and Extender is a way for you to win in time. So you get to your level 10. So Ecclesia tags out into any of these 3, and it's a special summon that doesn't activate. It's not an activated effect. It just special summons if your opponent has more monsters than you do. So this is a super crazy card. But yeah, there's the Swordsoul line up. Moving on to the TNE portion of the deck. We have 3 Ashuna, 3 Adhara, 2 Vashuda. I only played 2 Vashuda this event, which was a mistake. And 1 Shathana. The reason why I only played 2 Vashuda this event is because I did not have a third one going into it. I wanted to play 3, and one of my friends was supposed to bring me. I was supposed to have grabbed the Vashuda from him like a week prior, and I just never did. It kind of slipped my mind. So and my friend got there. He had the cards with me, but I had already filled out and like turned in my deck list. So I just played with what I had. Because this should definitely be 3 Vashuda. TNEs are crazy, bro. Going second, the TNEs help you push through so many interruptions. It helps you break so many boards. The TNEs are crazy. Hence why I in my current build I pretty much max out on them. Play 3, 3, 3, and it's the 1 Shathana. And I played 3 Vessel of the Dragon Cycle in my current build. But we'll get to that bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, as they say. We have 1 brick. We are playing the 1 brick, and that's by 001. And moving on to the hand traps. We played 14 hand traps, I believe. 3 Nibiru and 3 Ash Blossom and Joy Exploring. Oh, dropped the card, excuse me. We have 3 Effect Veilers. 2 Bell. And 3 Imperm. Now, this is the part where I say I didn't respect Despia as much as I should. This card is not good right now. With Despia running around everywhere. And now during this event, I think the Despia deck had been out for like a week with the new stuff, if that. So I didn't really expect to see as much of it as I did. And because I saw so much, this card is just not good against Despia at all. They rarely play into it. And if they do, it rarely ever like stops them from getting to their play or getting to what they want to do. So I definitely would not have. This probably would have been nowhere in my list. I probably wouldn't have side decked it either. I'm not side decking it right now. So my last list I played 2 Ogre, but I replaced the Ogre with Bell because of Despia, thinking that would be enough. It was not. I played 2 Despia. I played 2 matches against Despia. I lost both of them in time to Masquerade. And in both of them, this Nibiru was stuck in my hand. Like, it never came up. It was just a dead card in my hand. So yes, Nibiru is no longer in my list, but I wanted to give you guys the link of the list that I played at the event. But this is not in my current list. My current list, I'm actually playing three bells, but the rest of the hand traps are fine. I went 6-3. I lost to Despia twice in time, and my last loss came against Striker when I bricked. It's really hard both games, which is very unfortunate because if I win that game, it's the last round. If I win that game, I'll probably get top 48 in my invite. But it is what it is. Yes, those are the hand traps that I played at the event. Yeah, Nibiru was literally dead all day in all of my matchups. Moving on to the spells. 3 emergence, standard. Search any Swordsoul card. 1 summon. I think this should be standard. I think summon is so good. Just a monster reborn. It's great. 2 vessel. 2 dragon cycle. I'm actually no longer playing this card. I actually took this card out of my list of dragon cycle. I mean, it helps you like dodge hand traps and things of that nature, but I kind of feel like it makes you play kind of weird. I don't know. Heavily Dragon Circle put me in a real. It was real awkward for me all day. I didn't really like it as much. But I do play 3 Vessel now. I think 3 Vessels are a must. Teenies are so hard. The teeny cards are so good. Going first, helps you play around Nib. Going second, it helps you break through boards. The teeny cards are just really good. It's probably you want to get to them as fast as possible. That also gets you to your house lines through at Hara. It's super great. Last spell is Pot of Desires. We know what Pot does. And the last card of the list is the 1 Blackout. I always flirt with 2 Blackout. Like I'm gonna test out 2 Blackout. I just play 1 for right now, but I'm really gonna test out 2. I really like this card. I really like the versatility of this card. And I think 1 doesn't really allow it to be as versatile as it can with specifically talking about Shishao, banishing it from deck to generate a token where your plays get disrupted. I really like what this card can do, and I don't want to not have a blackout because I haven't banished it off Shishao. So I'm gonna try out 2 of those. That is it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck, we have 2 monk, 1 shaman, a Hawk, and an Auroradon. I did not play Herald of the Arclight. Instead of that, I played the Shaman, and 100%, I'm glad I did. I feel like Herald of the Arclight rarely comes up, and I feel like Shaman comes up a lot more. Like I played a game where the guy had 1 set card, and the set card was what's the name of it? The trap card, Dimensional Bear. He called Synchro, and I was still able to push through and go for a game because I played the Shaman. The Shaman allowed me to get enough damage on board. So yeah, I think Shaman is really nice, I'm glad I played it over the Herald of the Arclight. That's it for the Link Monsters. Moving on to the Synchros. We have 2 Shishao, 1 Sinister Sovereign. This card is outrageous, bro. This card was so good to me all tournament. This card was amazing. This card single-handedly deals with any adventure engine. It deals with the adventure engine by itself. They activate the effect of Faithful. You banish it, they burn. Like it's crazy. Like and getting rid of Faithful keeps them from their Omni Negate and Griffin Rider. Keeps them from Draco back. Like this card just handles the adventure engine by itself. 1 Chinging. I think I made this guy 1 time. He doesn't come up as much. He's out of the rank 10, the level 10 that you play, he's definitely 3rd on the list with this and Baron being ahead of him. But he does. There are situations where he comes up. He gets really big. It helps you push your game, beat over a lot of problem cards. I think I played against a Dragoon, and this is the way that I outed said Dragoon. I just made him beat over him because he makes Dragoon smaller. Let's see for the Swordsoul synchros. Next up we have like the Yang Zing stuff. One Yazi. Card should probably be banned. I hope it doesn't get banned. But if it does, I won't be surprised. Yazi kind of crazy, being able to just get any worm from deck. Yazi is kind of wild, and it's kind of abused in other strategies. I say abused. We use it the same way, but yeah. Two Baxia, the board breaking king. Baxia go crazy, especially when you make it with a tie because you can chain block his effect. So you force them to have like an imperm or imperm type effect, like a Veiler or something. Baxia is really good. It's also a monster reborn. You pop a card you control, target a card in your graveyard, spread summon that card, and you're off to the races. And one Chow Fang. Chow Fang's great. When I said the Yangzine, not the Yangzine, I keep saying that. The 10 U's help you push through Nib. There's a line where you make, before you commit to any normal summon with your Swordsoul cards, you use Baxia and Hard to make a Chow Fang, and it locks your opponents out from activating light monster effects. So, meaning they cannot nib or Veiler you. And if you're playing against Jotron, you just extend the handshake. If they don't have a Veiler or a way to turn this effect off, they literally can't play, which is very, very nice. And for the last two, we have Draco Berserker and Baron Deflo. Draco Berserker is great, really nice. Just when you're making your big board, you end on him. So when you make your board where you end on 2 level 8, you end on him and Shishao. And Baron is just, the Omni Negate. Everyone knows what Baron does. Really, really good card. And for a long time, the undisputed best level 10 synchro you played, but that Sinister Sovereign is really, really good. Honestly, if you're in a position where you can only, when your only play is Long Yon, I think Sinister Sovereign is the way to go over. I think I'd rather have a standalone Sinister Sovereign over a Baron Negate. Moving on to the side deck, guys. For the monsters, 1 Token Collector and 2 Droll and Lockbird. Droll for like Funderies, Dragon Link, decks like they just add a lot. We know what Droll does. Token Collector because I play Cross Out in the side, so I don't hard lose to it. That's all the monsters I sided. Then to spells, 2 Droplet. This was before I picked up my 3rd Droplet. I do have 3 now. And I am playing 3 now, but 2 Droplet, 2 Cross Out that I mentioned for Token Collector, and also for Dimensional Barrier, which you guys will see, and 3 Cosmic Cyclones for the spells. We don't like back row here, bro. We do not like dealing with Monkey Flip. So I made sure I was well equipped for the Monkey Flip. For the trap cards, One Rare Reboot, again, we ain't losing no traps. Dimensional Barrier. This wasn't another answer that I had for Despia, which, I mean, it was fine, it was cool, but like I feel like now I'm more equipped. I've really underestimated how many people were going to be on that deck and how popular it was going to be. I was really unfamiliar with the matchup as far as like what it did, so I didn't really know where to hit it, which is why I struggled with it in those 2 games. And lastly, 2 evenly matched. Evenly put in a lot of work for me. If evenly isn't clearing that board, it's 100% fetching on the gate. I can tell you how many times throughout the day I evenly into an adventure token board where the Griffin Rider they were forced to negate this with Griffin Rider, which is always good. I'd rather the Griffin Rider negate this than any of my engine cards that I really, really need. But with that being said, guys, that is the profile. Like I said, I went X3, 6 and 3. My losses were against 2 Despia in time due to Masquerade, and the Sky Striker during the final round where I just bricked really, really hard. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of a lot of my other matchups. I played 2 Dinos. I played a Phantom Knight guy, Brave Phantom Knight he was on. I haven't written down on my phone, but I'm using that to record. If you, I post my matchups in the comment section for you guys to see if you guys are curious and how I did against them. But with that being said, guys, it's gonna be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm BravoYGO signing off. Peace.